Good morning. Good morning, LinkedIn. Good morning, YouTube. I'm Virginia Cinquemani. I am the director and founder of Green Gorilla Consultants Ltd, and I'm the author of this book called Sustainable: How to Find Success as a Sustainability Professional in a Rapidly Changing World. This is day 3 of our Supercharge Your Sustainability Skills Challenge. Today, we're going to talk about selling. It's a very difficult topic for technical people in sustainability, but I think it's a very, very key skill to master. So the Supercharge Your Sustainability Skills Challenge has covered so far communication and resilience, and I hope you participated in the last couple of days. You did your worksheets and you learned something in the process. Now, I want to also mention that if you like talking about your skills, if you like the idea of improving your skills, I run a mastermind called the Sustainable Mastermind for sustainability professionals and leaders. It lasts for 4 months, and every month we focus on one of the skills that we're very, very quickly looking at during this challenge. So the first month is about resilience, the second month is about communication, the third month is about selling sustainability ethically, and the fourth month is about project management in sustainability. It lasts for 4 months. We start on the 15th of March, so a week, pretty much a couple of weeks from today. So if you want to check it out, I will put a new banner right now so that you can have a look. You can see here in the banner the link to the Sustainable Mastermind, again, which is starting in a couple of weeks. You can have a look. There are some clips of previous people having attended and telling us how they found it. You will see the content, the prospectus and everything. Okay, but of course you can get in touch with me and I'd be happy to explain in more details. But let's start with our challenge today, our Selling Sustainability Ethically Challenge. So today we're going to talk about selling. Why is that important? You know, you might think, I'm a technical person. I don't like selling. It's not what I've studied. It's not what I want to do. However, if you think about it, there is something that Theodore Levitt said. People don't want to buy quarter-inch drills. They want a quarter-inch hole. So they want the result. You can't sell them your technical knowledge. You have to sell them a solution to their issue. So there are 4 principles that are covered, which you will find also in the worksheet in the portal if you have signed up for the challenge, and you will find the link in the description here. 4 principles that more or less you need to follow if you want to think about improving your chances of influencing people on sustainability. The first is a big mind shift. And I know it's difficult to think as a technical person that you need to sell, but actually you are here to serve a client. Okay, your knowledge without clients, without an outcome, without projects doesn't serve any purpose, correct? So if you want to push sustainability in the world, if you want to advance your career, you need to convince people that your ideas are the right ones and they need to buy into them, okay? Even if you don't exchange money directly at that point in time, it's a way of selling, it's negotiating, it's influencing others. So you're there to serve your client, not to con them into something that they don't want to do. You have to help them find a solution to their problem. So a way of putting it, which I really like, which comes from a book called To Sell is Human, sorry, a bit of a blank moment. To Sell is Human by Daniel Pink is, you are the curator of the abundant information that any client can find out there. Nowadays, with the internet, theoretically, you don't need salespeople to push you to buy something. But you know, if we were all experts, we would go online, we would find the solution to our problem. But that's why we got experts, because you need to give that roadmap to your client. You need to explain things. You need to give them your technical knowledge to address their problem. So you are the curator of the information that they can already find there. So you're not there to convince them to buy something that they don't need or they don't want. You're there to help them out. So that's the big mind shift. This is what a good salesperson does. So if you make peace with that idea of being a salesperson, maybe you're going to be, you're going to be more relaxed. And actually, you can learn some techniques that are really key to influencing others, which you can borrow from salespeople. Okay. And by the way, if you have any questions or any comments, please put them in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer them. So that's the first principle. You are there to serve your client. Number two, if you want sustainability to become a complete no-brainer, so I'm sure you are in this profession because of a form of meaning. You want meaning in your work. You want your work to be meaningful. So you want to push sustainability, and hopefully you want sustainability to become a no-brainer, something that everyone does without even thinking about it. Then you need to start by selling it to them. You need to start by educating them. And, again, going back to the idea of being the curator, you need to show them, you need to explain, you need to sell them the benefits. That means primarily understanding your client needs and using sustainability as a way to address them. Now, sometimes I suggest my clients that have difficulty with their own clients that you don't even have to mention sustainability, the S word, as I call it. It's just a solution that makes sense at that point in time for that particular client. That's it. Some people want to call it innovation. Some people want to call it future proofing. Some people want to call it resilience. Some people want to call it whatever. Maybe they don't want to use the S word. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. But that's your role, understanding the needs of the client, using sustainability as a solution to their needs. Then you need to explain it to them. Once you really have the idea of what their needs is, you need to explain the benefits. And that's very key. Sometimes I come from the construction industry. Sometimes the only argument I hear is, okay, if you adopt a sustainable outlook for your building, you're going to save money over time, which is true in the operation of the building. However, not everyone is interested in that. If a developer is there to build a building, to sell it immediately, he doesn't really care if the building saves money over time. He wants to make his return immediately. So how can you, via a sustainable solution, can give your client what he wants? Saving immediately, or perhaps marketing, or perhaps exposure, or perhaps a better reputation in the marketplace, or perhaps access to green finance, etc., etc. So you need to really have a number of benefits in your arsenal to use as a weapon, almost, to use at the right time for the right client. Guys, there is not one size fit all, and we know that already. You can't use the same solution twice in the same way. Possibly in sustainability, sometimes you can, but often is bespoke solutions, especially when you talk about buildings. But so there are no standard sales pitches like the way it used to be, okay? So it's really focusing on your client, connecting to what we were saying a couple of days ago about communication, is focusing on your client 100% on their needs, understanding what they're saying, listening attentively, and then responding with the right bespoke solution. Now, in the mastermind, we cover this for a whole month. We do exercises, we do role play, we really, really learn how to sell ethically. I want us to underline that, ethically, okay? In the book as well, there are lots of techniques, lots of benefits you can draw upon. Final point, ask yourself, what's in it for my client? Your technical knowledge should be a means to an end, not your main focus. I've seen plenty of technical people coming into a room and just vomiting almost their technical knowledge without any respect for the person they got in front of them, without understanding whether they understand, or without really focusing on what's the need. And that is a mistake that we make very, very, very often if you think about it. So question number one, what's in it for your client? Okay, so these are the 4 principles. So let me sum them up again very quickly. Shift your mind. You're there to serve your client, not to con them into something they don't want. If you want sustainability to become a no-brainer for everyone, you'll need to be able to sell it to others, which means understanding their needs and providing a solution via sustainability. You'll need to be able to explain the benefits to your clients, and they have to be bespoke to whatever the problem they have. Finally, ask yourself what's in it for them. So your technical knowledge is a means to an end, is not your focus, shouldn't be your focus. I hope that is, very quick run through. The challenge today, which is hopefully why you're here listening to me, is that you have to think about a past client, perhaps, or someone, it doesn't have to be a client, could be a family member, a colleague, that refused to adopt a sustainable solution that you suggested. Think about that particular point in time. Did you really focus on the specific problem at that time? Think about the principles that we just covered. What would you do differently now? How can you structure that discussion? What can you tell them instead? Okay, so think about the past to learn for the future. There's also a little extra challenge if you want. List 3 main benefits of your proposed sustainability solution for that specific problem that your client had. Think about 3 big benefits that they can get through sustainability, which are very specific to the need that the client had and you might not have been able to serve at that point. Okay, so no hard feelings. Don't feel, don't beat yourself up. Learn from your mistakes. Think about the past and see how you can move forward. Okay. So as usual, I'll be on the portal today to answer questions if you want. Please do send the feedback at the end of each day. You can actually summarize it for yourself to sort of cement. There is a way of thinking what have I learned today? What am I going to do next in the portal? Please send your feedback about this challenge. I would love to know what you think about it. Ask me your questions. Perhaps talk to me about the past, and if you can't figure out what to say, let me know and we will think about it together. Okay, you can sign up to the challenge still. It's in the description of this video. And one last reminder about the mastermind that is starting soon. It's starting in a couple of weeks. This is the link to sign up, or even to have a little browse around the material, some videos, some testimonials, the prospectus, etc. Think about that. We have covered quite a lot of ground in only 15 minutes a day over the last 3 days. We're going to do more tomorrow, and we're going to do a Q&A on Friday. Imagine focusing a whole month for each of these skills, 100%. Imagine coming out of that process as a much stronger sustainability professional and leader. Imagine your career, how you can jump. Imagine how you can push sustainability in the right way and being really impactful. This is what we do in the mastermind. 4 months of mastermind. It's short and sweet in a way, but we're going to be super focused, and there are lots of techniques to change your mindset, which is the main advantage. You're with like-minded people. You got people with you that have exactly the same objectives. You will bounce ideas around. You will learn from each other. You will network with them, but also you will learn at home through the challenges that we set, because I love that challenges. I set a lot of challenges for each of these skills. And we're going to work really hard for 4 months. But at the end of it, you're going to be a different professional. You're going to have a complete different outlook of your profession and of sustainability, hopefully you will be very confident to sell it to others. Okay, so consider signing up for this mastermind is starting in a couple of weeks. And that's it from me for today. Please do the challenge, share it with others as well if they want. It's going to be open for another few days if you want to do the ones that maybe you missed for yesterday and the day before. But otherwise, and ask me your questions, of course. Oh, I got a couple of comments. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Monique. Thank you for being here today. And I will see you tomorrow to talk about project managing sustainability. Okay, have a great day. Thank you. Bye.